Hello, and welcome to Dice Friends. We're back. We've missed you. This show, Not a Drop to Drink, A Tale of Vancouver Island by Night, and everything that we do is brought to you by you and your support of our Patreon. Patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. I'm Jacob Burgess. I'll be the storyteller for you this evening. Again, a huge thank you for being here tonight. This has been a long time coming, and it is finally here. We have a couple people to thank that helped me put this together and do some of the stuff on the back end. Meredith Gerber, who is an amazing individual and helped put together some materials for the players to make things a little bit smoother, make them pretty. Ian Muller, who helped in that endeavor as well, of Gehenna Gaming. Thank you both very, very much. To all of the family that are tuning in and watching, members new and old, consider yourselves embraced, loved and cared for by us here at Loading Ready Run. And the biggest thank you to the people joining me at this table tonight, my players, all of these folks right here. And I will give them the opportunity and the lead to introduce themselves, starting with the one at my left. Please.
Hi, I'm Coriander Dickinson, playing Jordan Hinkleman, the Brujah Camarilla member who is trying to make a place on the island.
Excellent. Who would you like to go next to introduce themselves and talk about their character a little bit?
Inspired to Cross.
Hi, my name is Adam. I am a member of Loading Ready Run, and I am playing Oliver Tyndall, the former substitute industrial arts teacher turned vampire.
Yeah. Who would you like to fire that off to?
Oh. Hey, I'm Heather Dery. I do a lot of work for Loading Ready Run. I'm playing Jessica Chadwick, the best brat on the planet, whether you like it or not.
Awesome. And who would you like to go next?
Cameron?
Hey, that's a good choice.
Hi, I'm Cameron Lauder, and I am playing Silas Reed, the Tremere Warlock who is threading the line between competence and incompetence, and I feel a very compelling way.
Excellent. Now, this is the beginning of Series 2. So, we're going to do a little bit of a recap for you, because we're going to pick off? That's not... Nobody's going to die. I didn't mean to say that. Freudian slip. That's totally fine. No, you're fine. We're not going to pick anybody off. I meant pick up. Pick up is what I meant, is what Jacob meant. Yeah, pick up. We all believe me, right?
Yeah, we believe
Yeah, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Good. So we're going to pick up pretty much right where we left off in Series 1. But we'll hit you with a little bit of a recap. But if you want to find out exactly what had happened or re-experience Series 1, because it's been a little bit of time. What did we say? About a year and
3 months?
3 months or so?
Yeah, a year and 3 months.
It's been about a year and 3 months. We encourage you to check out the YouTube channel at youtube.com/ not / like the fifth Ninja Turtle, Loading Ready Run. Yeah, I got that right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, big hat.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah?
What?
/
Cameron's just saying things like
Slash.
Oh, from the
Slash.
band. Yes, got it. Okay, from the I know music and things. Obviously, I never get like the titles of songs wrong or who sung them. I'm definitely I'm a big time music man. Anyway, so we left off on Vancouver Island with all of our wonderful players, all of their characters at a big Anarch party at a junkyard. And they had recently left the party, but they learned a lot of different things about the island and themselves there. So I'm going to toss it to my players to just kind of catch us up as to where we left off, and then we'll talk about where we're going and what you want to do a little bit. And we'll set the scene for some of the rules and such. So who would like to go first? Or would you like me to just call on somebody because you're all very polite Canadians?
That would probably be for the best.
Oh, you spoke first. Why don't you rock it?
Unlucky.
Okay, so when we had last left off, I, Silas, had come to Victoria to help establish a Tremere chantry, or to scout a location for a Tremere chantry. And we had met the Anarch Baron, and we had met the local Camarilla sheriff, Quinn Jackson, and the Anarch Baron Chains. We had gone to the party at the junkyard where we had met Rat.
And that's Chains with a Z.
Chains with a Z, not a Z.
He's from Chicago.
He is from Chicago. I believe we had been invited to slam in the back of a Dragula.
That music was in fact playing at the party.
Yeah, because it's always the 90s.
In my heart,
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. What else had Silas done? Silas had firewalked,
True.
impressing the Anarchs and inquiring just a little bit of aggravated damage.
Just a touch.
Just a touch of aggravated damage.
Just a little, as a treat.
And we had also met a Hecata vampire, Giovanni.
Monica Giovanni.
Monica Giovanni.
Yes. Yes. That's a fine recap of
It's an alarming turn of events.
it might not be. She might be very nice. You don't know. Maybe she bakes cookies.
Maybe.
Are Hakata vampires all mean?
No.
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 Why are you saying it like that?
Because it's impolite to say that they're all mean just because everyone you've met is
Mean.
mean.
And one of them might be nice.
Okay.
And it might be Monica.
All right.
It could be.
So what do you remember where we left off and how Jordan came to the island and what's been going on?
Jordan's from here,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives her a really good cover for her mask.
Mm-hmm.
And she was given several tasks to do, such as picking Silas up at the ferry, introducing the new Kaitif vampire to feeding himself for once,
And Kaitif means
clanless,
clanless.
and trying to keep tabs a little bit on the spawn, the descendant, the
Child.
that's the word, child of the Toreador Primogen from Vancouver.
And she is a child. Sorry.
Interior designed my living room
I helped.
in a new and fun way.
And so did I, really.
Yeah.
Look, the flow is much better. You get better daylight. Use of daylight.
Yeah, because that's what you want as a vampire.
It's an instinct.
And I got a new van on the way.
You did.
And that's not nothing.
It's not. Has it shown up yet?
It should be here soon.
It should be here soon.
Like we got.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting Quinn's driver to drive us everywhere.
Kendall Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes,
Which is how we
yes.
got to the junkyard party at Quinn's ex's junkyard.
I never thought about
We-
how weird that was.
We cabbed. I made sure Ken
Right,
didn't
yeah.
drive us to the
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
I
that
was
was
like,
so weird.
We decided not to.
Oh,
Or rather, Silas decided we
it
should.
might be
Indeed.
bad form.
yeah.
Might be bad form.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Well, I think that's we'll let you relive your memories. Heather, would you mind letting us know, a little bit about what Jessica's about and what you remember from last time?
Jessica's kind of shied away a little bit, trying to write some listicles and stuff. Not talking to her roommate so much.
Your roommates' names again?
Kathy
Mm-hmm.
with a C.
Yeah.
And Charles.
Charles. That is absolutely correct.
Sorry, that name makes me want to vomit every time I say it. It's fantastic. I know you came up with it.
It's got a good mouth.
It makes my mouth do a weird curly coo.
Yeah.
Um, I got a letter from Tripathy. Yes, my sire, telling me that I was supposed to go to vampire school with a lady, and I did eventually tag along to a party. Party was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Made some stuff. Hung out with some other vamps. Kindred, I guess it would be.
That's the word you've been taught.
Mhm.
And Jessica kind of, again, whether she likes it or not, is a bit of a big deal because your sire is who?
Tripathy.
And what
He's the-
position does he hold?
I have forgotten.
That's okay. Primogen. He's on the Primogen Council in Vancouver. Vancouver Island, up until 2 years ago, the game is set in 2017, up until 2 years ago, was a no-go zone for all vampires. And it's become sort of a gold rush as, for whatever reason, when Siegfried, the former prince of independent Vancouver, vanished, whatever it was that was disallowing vampires to come back from any expeditions to Vancouver Island ceased. Who knows what happened? We might find out here. But Vancouver Island is in flux. It is contested territory, and both the Anarchs and the Camarilla movement, and many others that we have not encountered yet, are there. Exciting. Yes.
We also fought werewolves and won.
Oh, and one.
I
won.
survived.
We successfully left the scene.
Yeah.
We accomplished our objective of getting to
Away.
Ah, yes. Yes. You fled from the lupines and survived, which is, in and of itself, a victory.
We accomplished our operational objective.
I think a bunch of us notified different people about those.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. You definitely did.
What kind of operation is Quinn running around here?
A difficult one, I would say.
Yeah.
Quinn Jackson, the appointed sheriff of Vancouver Island, of which there is no prince. So as far as the Camarilla is concerned, he is the authority here, trying to establish a foothold. I would say he's rather put upon. But let's ask the person that knows him best. Oliver,
Yeah. What's up?
what do you recall from your time, and especially your impressions of the good sheriff Quinn Jackson?
He's nice. I don't think he likes me very much. I don't know why. Everyone else seems to like me just fine, for the most part. I haven't been a vampire for very long. I was told to hang out with Jordan, who is now my handler, basically. I mean, I'm an adult. I can know when I'm being told to be handled. I'm a teacher. I know when a student needs special attention. And we saw werewolves, and then we were told that we had to tag along with Silas because they need to make a foothold on Vancouver Island, because I guess that's what everyone's doing. But I mean, Oliver doesn't get it. He doesn't know why it's so important.
No.
I don't know. Why can't just vampires go wherever they want? You know?
Great question.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. So he's just kind of tagging along for the ride, really. He wasn't really that into the whole anarchist thing. That's a little too against the rules, you know? He's like, he does need structure, right?
I see.
You know, he doesn't want to rock the boat, so he's just kind of keeping to himself. He's just kind of keeping to himself, you know? Yeah. He doesn't want to make everybody mad, right?
Yeah, I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Now, as we continue along in our story, and thank you very much for those recaps, is there anything else that you wanted to say or comment on?
Bigfoot is real and Oliver is going to find him.
Bigfoot is real.
Them.
I'm
I should say
excited.
them. We don't know. Bigfoot is real, and Oliver's gonna find them.
Does Oliver think the lupines are just spicy Bigfoots?
Yeah, essentially. Well, I mean, like, if werewolves exist, then obviously Bigfoot exists. But I mean, maybe Bigfoot is just their dad or mom.
Yeah, maybe they know where Bigfoot is.
Yeah,
You should ask them.
I'm going to.
Maybe
Please do.
there's a secret society of Bigfoots, just like the secret vampires.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
yeah.
you
It's
can
like-
get turned into a Bigfoot. You don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
Mm.
can I trade out my vampirism for Bigfootism? Does that work? Can I trade?
You know what? That's a question we might be able to answer
Okay.
in play.
Sick. All right. Well, I'm excited. Okay. I'm ready to play vampire now.
So, once again, as it's been a long time, it is my honor and my pleasure to be your storyteller and to help kind of show you this thing that I enjoy and love so much. I love so much. Yes, yes, Moneypenny. Yes, good. Something that I love an incredible amount. That is near and dear to my heart. Now, this is designed to. You don't need to know anything about the setting. We've got all sorts of tools and things to help us. I have a bunch of knowledge, but the main point, the main thrust of what we're trying to do here is altogether tell a good story. We are here to tell a vampire story and a story about these 4 people and how they exist and live and can affect Vancouver Island. You do not need 25 years of history click-clacking around in your head. I certainly do, but you don't need that. Nobody needs that. You don't need that. You can just sit back and enjoy the story. And I just want to say, as I said in Series 1, and shall say for every series we have the opportunity to do, any rules lawyers out there, please consider yourself disbarred. The rules are here to support the tale. The rules are here to provide structure. The rules are here not to dictate the kind of time that we are to have. And the kind of time that we are to have is a good time. And I want everybody to have fun and have a good time. You cannot derail this story. This is your story. This is our story. And we are all telling this story together. All I am doing is facilitating. So, with that, allow me to facilitate. It has been 3 nights since you have all gone back to your individual havens. 3 nights. In those 3 nights, what have you done with everything that you have to consider, with everything that you are now, with everything that you want to be? Are we doing the Canadian thing again? Shall I call it? All right.
Oliver. Okay, so Oliver spent like 3 days chilling by himself in his house, pretending to be a vampire in front of the mirror.
What is pretending to be a vampire mean?
He's like, you know, like hissing and making his fangs grow and stuff like that.
Is he trying to make himself disappear from the mirror?
Yeah, he's just, blah. He's got a towel. Yeah. Literally 3 days. Yeah.
Literally 3 days.
Yeah. Just hanging out by himself, watching sports, pretending, just figuring it out, you know?
Okay.
Can I float? I don't even know. You know what I mean?
So he spent 3 days, like,
Can I
trying
turn
to
into
practice.
a bat? Oliver, like, sits there and he's like,
So, if you could be so kind, take a look at on your character sheet there under disciplines. Disciplines are your vampiric abilities.
yeah.
What do you have there? Let's find out if you can turn into a bat.
No, I have animalism.
Okay, animalism. What
3
is?
points in animalism.
All right, and what are your what are the powers that you chose? under
Sense the beast and feral whisper.
So you should have 3: Feral Beast, Sense the Whisper, and it should be on your sheet. No, that's all right. You're good.
It's on my.
Because there's a chance you can turn into a bat. Because Kaitif, the clanless,
No, I have.
nobody knows what powers they have.
Sorry, I have Cat's Grace,
Mm-hmm.
which is like in sense. Why does it say sense beast? No, it's different. It says it's under animalism.
May I?
On the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're totally good.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. So, you have Cat's Grace, Feral Whisper, Sense the Beast, and Quell the Beast.
Yeah.
So at this point, no, you cannot turn into a bat.
Is that a thing that vampires can do? I shouldn't call Quinn. I'm going to call Quinn and ask.
You're going to call Quinn and ask him.
If
You're going to call Quinn.
If I should be able to turn into a vampire or a bat.
So I just want to be sure.
Yes.
And clear on this.
Yes.
You have, and I'm not trying to lead you anywhere. I'm simply asking.
Yeah.
You do have a guide, and you have somebody that Quinn has directed you to.
Yeah.
And somebody you've hung out with for 2 nights.
Yeah.
In Jordan here, Joe. And you're going to call Quinn on the secure phone that he said only call me for emergencies on, which is fine, and you can.
Yeah.
Which is, if that's the instinct that Oliver has. I'm just reminding you of the some of the strictures in place here.
Oliver would still do that. Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah.
The phone picks up almost immediately.
That was fast.
What's the problem?
Hey, okay. This is going to sound a little weird because I'm saying it out loud now rather than just saying it inside my head.
What is the problem,
Am I
Mr. Tyndall?
supposed to be able to turn into a bat? Is that a thing that we can do? I'm just asking. I'm just curious because it's been 3 days and I have nothing else to do. Okay.
You are hearing a man who no longer needs to breathe take deep, calming breaths.
Should I have asked Jordan?
Mr. Tyndall,
Yes.
this is not a conversation to have on a line like this, secure though it may be.
Okay.
I believe you have been informed of this before, have you not?
Yes.
I see.
I just didn't know who else to ask.
You are aware that you have someone to contact, yes?
Yeah.
I understand someone new to the night might get a little lonely.
Mm-hmm.
I, however, am not looking for new friends. Have I made myself clear, Mr. Tyndall?
Crystal.
I expect to hear from you within a week. This is accurate, yes?
Yeah. In a week, do I have to be able to turn into a bat? This is a test.
The phone hangs up.
Okay. I call Jordan.
Yeah. Jordan, what have you been doing in these past 3 days?
Contacting like authority figures within my sphere. So like talking to Quinn to report what happened at the Anarch party, possibly ask some questions about like, hey, there were humans there. Something up with that? Giovanni was there. Just kind of letting him know.
Okay.
And probably sending mail to Knives.
All right. You have a system of drop boxes and
Yeah.
addresses and dead drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the next task, like waiting for instruction, kind of.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. I found my coffee table in the closet that it was hidden in, and kind of rearranged my furniture back to the way it was.
Aw.
What's your wits investigation dice pool?
Wits investigation?
Yeah.
Wits is 2, investigate is 0.
Is 0? Okay. Please roll wits, if you'd be so kind. Now, just to remember,
Hunger's at 1.
yes, your hunger's at 1. You don't have to roll this. This is for an extra D. It's your choice. It's for an extra small D-ta. Very well. Difficulty 1.
No success.
No successes? All right. You do not notice that the presents are poorly wrapped that you had for your daughter. You should definitely watch Series 1 on youtube.com/loadingreadyrun. You rearranged her whole living room and opened the packages that you found within. Well, you did. You just went along.
He helped. He was
did.
just having a helper.
He did, yes.
So good. Thank you.
It really raises a lot of moral questions of, is it the soldier who sins or the one who gave the order?
just like to know things sometimes.
We'll do that phone call in just a little while.
Okay.
Would you please let us know what Jessica's been up to in the past 3 days? What she's been thinking, feeling, getting up to?
First night back, Jessica was just checking her laptop, getting in a couple listicles. But she'd been outside. It was really nice. So she went out. Something she hasn't really done on her own in a long time. She didn't know where to go. So she kind of just started hanging out on campus again, trying to find a student party.
Okay.
To maybe mingle in with.
And feed?
Maybe.
All right.
It wasn't like first instinct.
Okay.
Just wanted to hang out with people who wanted to have fun.
If the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, she probably did.
Mm.
At least once.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Okay.
Silas.
The evening after the party, Silas experiences the rich tapestry of ow my head and ow my feet.
Yes.
And we'll go about trying to heal the aggravated damage, which we have negotiated in advance.
We have indeed. You do so.
He's spending a lot of time barefoot. He's in a hotel right now, and he needs to move to his proper haven. So I assume he'll do that. Let's say it comes furnished.
Let's say.
It's a 1-point haven.
Yes. Yes.
I need a box to sleep in. And then he needs to feed, and he needs to start on work.
He does. And what work is that?
I need to scout a location for a Tremere chantry.
And for those, I'm sorry for interrupting. Please continue.
I presume he needs to do things like scout ley lines and find places of power and then figure out who owns those places and then if they are for sale. All the kind of menial stuff and mystical stuff for which you have vampires of much a higher generation to handle for vampires of much lower generation.
Yes. You have quite the labor ahead of you and quite the responsibility. Because you had found out from the party that the task that you were sent here to do was given to Theo in order to do your sire. And he sent you, and in order to accomplish that task, had you cash in a boon from Chains, the self-stylized Baron of Vancouver Island, attempting to claim praxis over the entire island as a domain, not just the one city of Victoria.
That is a fact.
Yes. And it seems like wherever this chantry goes, the balance of power might shift one way or the other, or in a completely independent fashion. It really depends on what you do. How does Silas feel about having all of this responsibility put upon him? Unknowingly.
Not positive. He's not that thrilled with it, and feels that he is currently he walked through burning ashes the other day.
He did.
And feels that that is a sign of things to come in many respects, only possibly with more landmines, eggshells, hidden traps, and active threats.
An astute observation. Let's see how that bears out. Now, we're going to jump into individual scenes. All of you are in different places at slightly different times. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to start a scene with one person, and then I will switch the scene and jump over until all of the scenes are resolved at the same time. Scene switches may happen suddenly. Everybody ready? Marvelous. Let us begin with a phone call. You go to pick up the phone to call the sheriff after about the second day. And before you were able to do so, it rings. And you see... How do you have Oliver Tyndall in your phone, by the way?
Just his name.
Just his name? Oliver Tyndall?
Yep.
Excellent. The caller ID shows up. Oliver Tyndall. Now, in order to use some phones, depending on your humanity, let's just review how many people's humanity here. What's your humanity? Everybody could just...
8.
8. 8 humanity.
Starting.
Marvelous.
Will be
7.
7.
8.
2?
8.
8.
8.
Oh, definitely not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not 2. 2 is...
8.
2 would be super bad. Now, humanity here, just to review, is how human your vampire is. They are all monsters now. They have within them a beast that has needs and wants. It is not its own sentient thing. It is a part of you. It is almost your instinct or fight and flight response writ large within your soul. Your humanity is how close you are to making you through your convictions and what your character truly believes, your core values. And the greater your connection to that, the more human you are effortlessly. The lower, the more it takes to hide the monster that you've become. So, for you, you're able to operate the cell phone.
Mm-hmm. I just have a landline.
Oh, landline?
Yeah.
Oh, well then the caller ID just that.
Yeah.
There's no issue there. The house phone rings. You have one of those old 90s caller IDs, I imagine. Yep. Oliver Tyndall shows up. It is Oliver Tyndall. And you were calling, I assume, on your landline at home, not using the emergency flip
not
phone.
using the flip phone.
Yep, not using the flip phone.
Hi, Jordan. Hey, hi. Weird question. Kind of random. Can I turn into a bat?
Can you turn into a bat?
Yeah,
You turn into a bat.
Oh, is this one of the things like I can't do it? Maybe someone else can. Can you turn into a bat?
I cannot turn into a bat.
Oh. I'm just wondering. I've been cooped up for 3 days and I've had a lot of time to think, and I'm getting used to this whole vampire thing.
Do you have anything else planned today? Tonight?
No.
Put a hold on there just for a moment, just to pause. What's your intelligence etiquette? And you have a specialization that has to do with Camarilla?
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
Etiquette's 3, so it's 5 total.
5 total? Oliver just dropped the V word on an unsecured landline and is asking you if he can turn into a bat.
Yeah, do you have anything planned for tonight?
No.
All right. Well, let's talk in person, catch up a bit, and we can go see about some answers.
Okay, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, be right there.
Okay.
And I assume your plans are now canceled and you're...
I didn't have any other plans.
Ah.
Still just waiting.
Oh, we were going to do a phone call with the sheriff, yes?
Yes.
You can call him on the way. In what van, though?
Oh, no.
But it's been 3 nights,
Yes.
so we can say one shows up. Because I believe you were promised you would have a new van in 2 nights, correct?
Yes.
Because if I recall correctly, because of your actions with the Lupines, Quinn Jackson gave everybody a minor boon, and you used yours to wipe the VIN number of the van, have it rushed under the rug by the authorities, and a new van to be delivered to you.
Yep.
What does this van look like? Because folks had mentioned a couple of different things about this van. You had said armored personnel carrier. Somebody else had said a wizard painted on the side, I believe, if I recall correctly. It's amazing the details that one remembers after a year and 3 months. What were some of the other things that people said? Does anybody remember?
I don't remember. I just remember I wanted a wizard on.
You wanted a wizard on the side.
Yeah. No, the thing I directly asked for was just like a nondescript family van, more or less just the same, but an upgrade from the one that I had. So it'd just be like a black Dodge Caravan or something like that.
It is a black Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
And it shows up. Unfortunately, there is a very large decal on the side.
Yeah.
Of a, you know, those laser cut decals of a very large wizard. And it says VILARP Society.
Okay, that's not that bad actually. That's fine. This is fine.
Just standing out there with a credit card.
Just no. Oh, sorry.
It's on both sides.
Yeah.
There are lightning bolts in various colors.
But there's no like phone number or website. It just says Villarp.
Oh, if you check your computer and look it up, yes, this is the Vancouver Island Live Action Roleplay Society. This van came from somewhere, and it's a real thing. Within the world of darkness, I don't actually know if it's a real thing in real life. I wouldn't be surprised. But its symbol is a big wizard holding a boffer sword and a staff with lightning bolts coming out the top and a big pointy hat.
Orb. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. This is, even though the vehicle stands out, it's just like, it looks like a business fleet vehicle, maybe. I don't want my neighbors asking about LARP or people like coming up to me in the grocery store parking lot.
Most people park in front of their houses in your cul-de-sac, but I think it might
I have a garage,
There you go.
but people would still see me driving it.
They would. Folks in your cul-de-sac are nothing if not chatty.
On the bright side, no one's ever going to think of a Child of the Night is part of a LARP group.
That's true.
No.
It's a perfect cover, really.
No one would ever think that a vampire is LARPing.
Yeah.
Certainly
Yeah.
not for the
Yeah.
mirror for 3
That would be
days.
very cringe, my dude.
So,
So rolling it back a little bit.
how do you see this going in your mind's eye?
I would have called the sheriff like immediately after getting back from the Anarch party.
Ah, all right.
And so if this is like a couple days later, that conversation's already happened, and I just basically gave a report of what happened and then got nothing back.
Did you make that a phone call?
No.
Okay, because there are.
I would have phoned to like set up a meeting or something like
Yes.
that to talk about what happened.
Yes. The sheriff will be showing up.
Okay.
Not necessarily at your house.
Yeah.
But you have set up a mutual meeting place at one of the 24-hour cafes downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I wasn't not tonight.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's
Alright.
it. That will happen when you say it happens within these 3 nights.
So I get in my wizard van
You do get in your wizard van
and I
and speaking
drive
of wizards.
to Esquimalt.
Yeah.
And speaking of wizards, Silas,
Mm-hmm.
are you researching? Are you hitting the bricks?
I need to feed first. I'm at hunger 3.
You do need to feed. As a matter of fact, that reminds me, it has been 3 nights, and as we know, rouse checks must happen. Now, I will give you 2 free rouse checks. Let's say you succeeded in 2. I will give those to you for these 3 nights. But please,
Do I
Everybody-
have to take one if I took my to-go case?
Your bunny wabbit?
Yeah, I had to go.
you had your bunny rabbit,
Yeah.
but at the end of the last session, you had eaten that one and summoned another in order to go down 1 hunger.
Yeah. All right.
Unfortunately, it's about 2 rabbits to slake a bit of the amount of thirst that you have.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you went and found a cow, that could really set you straight.
I have to find a cow.
There are farms up island.
It's true. There are.
Might be a good long-term goal.
Lots
But-
of deer in town.
Very true. Very, very true. If only you had some sort of ability to call animals to you.
Yeah.
So if everybody could make that rouse check, and what this does is this determines whether or not your hunger level goes up or down. 6 or above means you pass and your hunger does not increase. 5 or below means your hunger increases by 1.
I got an 8.
8, excellent.
7.
7, marvelous.
I forget what to roll for rouse.
1d10.
I
Just
got
one?
1d10, yep. What's that?
A 1.
You got a 1, your hunger increases by 1.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Your hunger increases by 1.
Okay.
Yep. So pretty much 5 or below, hunger goes up. 6 or above, hunger stays the same. The only way for hunger to go down is to feed.
All right.
And depending on how much you take and how much you do, hunger can never go to 0 unless you take everything from a mortal.
That's only temporary still anyway.
Correct.
Yeah. So seems like a lot of fuss. Oh, you
That
gotta
is one
hide
way
a
to look at
body. You gotta deal with things. Seems like
true.
a lot of fuss.
Yes. And that's why there are some kindred that specialize in body removal for the sloppy child of the night. Yes. So what are you up to for the evening?
I have to feed.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go to the library and scan through microfiche and old newspapers.
Excellent.
And look for any indication of other arcane activity.
Mm-hmm. So that's a lot to do
It
in
is.
3 nights, especially when your preferred feeding type is what?
Consensualist.
Now, preferred feeding type is just preferred. It's not how you have to feed. It's just how your character prefers to do so. How is it that Silas would go about getting somebody's consent?
Well, he's a very pretty man.
He is a very pretty man.
And he's fairly convincing, and he would probably just say, hey, look, I'm into some weird stuff.
All right.
It's perfectly safe. Done it a lot. It's going to feel nice. But, I kind of like drinking blood. So
Where do you find your prey? Again, please keep in mind that any of these questions that you feel like you as a player can't answer, but you definitely feel like your character can.
yeah, I mean, like, Silas had good experience at bars, although that tends to have adulterated blood supplies. So maybe if he wants to keep a clearer head,
You can also make a roll or ask the table for a suggestion. We are all in this together.
I think I kind of just want to abstract this to a roll
Excellent.
for now to keep things moving along.
We absolutely can, but feeding is something that I want to just make very clear. Feeding is essential to a vampire's experience. So talking about this a little bit and just extrapolating that, we can absolutely abstract it to a roll. In fact, we can, because I don't think you'll be able to adhere to your consensualism within such a short amount of time. You may have to, with your time on Vancouver Island, start setting up a network and maybe starting to form a herd.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, build infrastructure. The old RTS thing.
Or getting a ghoul.
It's good to know the places you like to eat when you're visiting.
Exactly.
Favorite restaurants and
Yeah.
the like.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with having preferences. So I have Consensualist has a hunting roll of manipulation plus persuasion,
Yes, indeed.
which would be 4 dice.
Marvelous.
And then I've got looks as a background.
For this evening,
Mhm.
for your feeding, we will add that to your hunting roll.
Okay. Then I've got 3 hunger.
Yes, you do. And because this is a new place, and this is the first time that you're attempting to feed in this manner on Vancouver Island, in Vancouver, where you were before, it was much easier. You had your preferred feeding grounds. There were places to go on Davie Street, Granville. You could make a cycle of it without going into somebody else's domain. And you had access to the rack, which is the horrible part of town that a lot of people can go to feed to.
Right.
So please make your roll. We're going to make it a difficulty 3.
That would be, well, that's 2, 3.
3. Fantastic.
No messy crits.
No messy crits. You were able to actually, at the library, you come upon a couple of people getting a little frisky in the stacks.
Oh, yeah.
One of them gets spooked and runs. The other is left frustrated and looks to the intruder to release that frustration.
Right. Well, I mean, it is kind of rude. suppose I interrupted.
That's true.
Yeah, sure. Let's solve that problem for them.
And you solve that problem for them quite handily.
Aces.
Nothing but the books and gods to see your sin. Jessica.
Hi.
Speaking of feeding, you had said you were going to be taking walks, contemplating your existence, and attending a university party, I believe it was?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the place I know last. I used to hang out a lot.
UVic, correct? Or was it Camison?
Camison.
Camison. Ah, beautiful campus. A lot of trees, open. Very nice. You know where to go in dormitory rows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People hang posters.
People absolutely hang posters.
Go in groups.
Yes. What
Very
kind of a
easy to
party
track.
do you come upon?
Just like a welcome party kind of thing. Someone set up like for their club. Maybe.
Okay.
They're trying to get more members in.
What kind of a club do we think it is?
Chess club.
Chess club. A welcome party.
Yell anime.
Anime club would be very funny too, though.
Yeah.
Make the call.
Anime club.
Anime club.
Yeah.
Yep, there's an anime club. It is surprisingly popular. It's very well populated. That is in fact happening as soon as you get inside. A lot of people are venting a lot of different types of steam within this party. There are, well, I mean, there's pictures and such on the wall in this dorm. It seems to be held by a fraternity, and there is the exact type of anime that you would expect playing on screens all around the place, actually projected from portable projectors. There is a smoke machine. This is weird and sweaty and
Does Jessica run into the anime meeting with a piece of toast in her mouth? And she's like, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, man, why do I have toast in my mouth? I'm a vampire. I don't even eat. This is weird.
as a matter of fact, you do see somebody run from the kitchen through the living room into the bedroom dressed like that with a piece of toast in their mouth.
Yeah.
And a furry is chasing them.
Yeah, there's probably some cosplayers around.
Okay.
It seems to be a cosplay party.
I mean, that's good. I'll fit in.
How is Jessica dressed this evening?
She's just wearing her normal wear.
Okay.
It's puffy sleeve shirts and whatnot.
Okay. But still dressed fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah. A very, very drunk girl stumbles over. I saw you, and you got big Saunders energy. I can tell. I can tell. What's your name? Hi.
Hi. She's never heard that word before. She's just like, uh-huh, sure. I got that. It's Jessica.
Jessica, that's such a pretty name.
Oh, thank you.
My name is Kimiko. This girl does not look Japanese at all.
No. That's not her name at all either.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Kimiko, huh? Okay. All right.
Hey.
What's happening?
Oh, nothing. It's just, do you want a drink or something? I think somebody spiked the punch.
Oh, you spiked the punch, yeah?
Did. Yeah.
How hard did you spike it? Oh, the whole bottle, huh?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. My name's actually Claire.
Oh.
You can call me Kimiko. You want to?
Can I call you Kimi?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Of course you can.
All right, Kimi.
Yeah. Yeah. So, are you new here? You know on campus?
New. I was just checking it out.
Oh, what's your major?
Art history.
Oh my goodness. Tell me a piece of art history.
It's old.
Oh. It is,
She
isn't it?
panicked.
Is it? What's that?
She panicked.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh,
It's
so old.
super old. That's why they have to teach you about it in the past.
Oh my god, you're so smart. You're so smart. So like, can Can I show you around? Like get you a drink or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me around.
Oh, cool. And she takes you around the house and just starts pointing out just dumb things. Like, that's the refrigerator. Oh, I kissed it once. Like, it's just, that's the blender. That's a person. This isn't her house. She is just
She's
slammed. Yeah, she is slammed to the wall. And obviously, like, she's trying to flirt. She's like, has anybody ever told you how cute I am?
No, not today. But you're really cute.
Somebody should. Hey. Tell her how cute I am. Tell her.
Pretty cute.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You look quite tired.
I love your Sasuke outfit. That's good. I like oh, your contact's in the wrong eye.
Oh, I understood that reference.
I'll explain it to you later. I won't have to. Obviously, I don't have to.
It's a Dragon Ball thing.
Oh, okay. Dragon Ball Z, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Sasuke. It was so good. Good. Yeah. So
You're real cute.
yeah, I am. You just heard it.
Is there someplace quieter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could we go someplace quieter? With that, like, so many lights and so noisy.
Yeah. Yeah. She like throws open a door next to you. And there are like it's like the coat room, like everybody's coats and stuff are there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's fall-ish. It's getting to be about
Right,
fall.
yeah.
Like, school has just started. It's getting kind of chilly out. There are already two people like macking it on the pile of coats. And she just yells, "Shut up, get out! Shut up, get out! Shut up, get out! Shut up!" And just like walks up to them, and they're like, "What the fuck?" Just like, shut up. They're like, "Oh no, it's all right, Kimmy, Jesus, fine." Like, they obviously know her, and they're like, "She's so fucking intense. All right, let's go somewhere else, Jesus." And they like go, and she's like, "Shut up, get out! Shut up, get out!" And like follows them, just repeating that until they leave the room, and she's just like, "It's comfy." And she like slams the door, hops up in the bed, and passes out.
Good. Because I have Sandman.
Hey, preferred
That's what I was
feeding
hoping
time. Oppa. Yeah. So, you approach the bed, and then your phone rings. Yes. So your phone rings. It is the sheriff.
I'm not with her, am I?
Not yet.
Don't think I have a cell phone. I have a cell phone now. There's a cell phone in the glove box.
Yes, there is. Good call. Very nice. Take an experience point. Very good. Very good. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, just pop
Yep.
the flip phone.
Yeah, you pop the flip phone. Yep. Please. Did he call you?
Batman?
Yes.
Yes.
Handle it.
But can he?
I don't know.
Okay. Thank you for the van.
Please find out what he's capable of. I think sooner rather than later is important because suddenly he's interested. He is an unknown quantity on this island, and your responsibility.
I understand.
And tell him not to call me again, unless it's an emergency.
I understand.
Good. You understand how to use this phone, yes?
Yeah, it is. It's an older model, but yeah, it's good.
Good, I got you the same one. Teach him how to use it too.
Understood.
Excellent. And then he hangs up. Sheriff Jackson's not exactly the type of person to say goodbye. A van shows up at your duplex with a big wizard on the side. It says VILARP Society.
Oh, okay. I am going to assume that is Jordan. So I will put on my windbreaker.
Your fancy going out clothes.
Yeah. Put on my windbreaker. And I've got a pair of New Balance shoes and a pair of jeans. Come out. I'm like, hey, Jordan, check this out. And Oliver like jumps up on the fence and he just balances on it, like just like standing. It's pretty cool, hey?
Yeah. Good work.
Thanks. Yeah, I figured out I can do this. I bet you not everyone can do that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
There's an old woman in the duplex attached to his, looking out the front. Curlers in her hair, bathrobe. Just kind of staring between two curtains.
Please get in the van.
Okay. And he walks up and he like, before he gets in the van, he stops. He's like, the hell is Vilarp?
No idea. Do you know anyone who does body work?
Like,
For the van.
because you're hung. Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, maybe I could ask.
How many dots do you have in craft?
4.
May I remind you, you're a shop teacher.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, I could probably do it.
That would be...
Like, you want me to take it off? Why would you want to take it off? It looks so nice.
I don't know what Vilarp is.
Oh. Maybe we could ask Jessica.
Okay, maybe later. We'll add that to the to-do list.
Yeah,
Anyways, right now let's just let's head out.
Okay.
Let's just find somewhere and
See Oliver looking around. Like, guess no Zootopia this time, huh?
I haven't gotten a replacement yet.
Fiddlesticks.
This does have a really nice DVD player in it.
Yeah,
in
it
the
has
back. Yeah.
the pop down.
Is it going to be weird if I just sit in
Yes.
the back?
sit in the back? No, go nuts.
Okay, yeah. And Oliver gets out and gets into the back seat.
I mean, it's definitely more comfortable. Yeah.
Got a charger for your phone if you need.
I didn't bring it.
I have one.
Oh, okay. Did I need to get my phone?
The phone you have for emergencies.
Do you-
Please go get your phone.
Okay. So Oliver gets out, goes and gets his phone. He hops up on the fence. He's like, goes in, gets it, comes back.
The woman is still staring out the window.
No, the moment he gets in the van, I'm actually just starting to drive.
Yep. Yep. You start to drive away. Speaking of driving, you finish with your subject.
Ah,
They had a wonderful, wonderful time. How much did you take?
2.
Ah,
They're a
They
bit
are.
sleepy.
they're very sleepy, as a matter of fact. How much do they remember of your encounter?
Dominate
Because-
cloud memory.
Very good. You wipe the memory of the encounter and leave them on the floor in the reference section? Because nobody goes to the reference section.
Yeah, we can just, put their backpack under their head or whatever they've got.
That's very kind.
Yeah.
So what are you here to look for?
Any indication of,
You've already had dinner and a show.
any indication of the occult history of this place?
Of Vancouver Island?
Victoria in particular, and then we'll start and then range outwards and see if we can find any place that might have strong magical confluences.
What is your intelligence actually, I'm sorry, excuse me. What's your intelligence academics dice pool?
6.
Do you have any relevant specialties?
Architecture. I
Ah.
also have occult, if that helps.
Academics to find the material, occult to interpret the material.
Okay.
So what is the dice pool?
6.
6. Excellent. You don't have to roll. That is definitely enough
Okay.
to find what you need.
Brilliant.
Unless you would like to take the risk to take a roll in order to possibly achieve greater success. No? All right. Also, you are all encouraged to say that you want to take half on any of your rolls because every roll is a risk to messy critical or bestial failure. And if those come up, which with this group probably won't, we'll go over those rules. Also, please keep in mind for events that happened outside of this game, because Cameron volunteered to take notes and is pretty much great. Cameron has a messy critical that he gets to trigger for anybody, including me and any of the rolls that I need to make, by the end of this session. And just to be clear, we all agreed on this ahead of time. This is not just a sudden, hey, you get power over everybody.
Yeah, I didn't sign up
Everybody
for this.
agreed.
Messy crit.
J'accuse.
Not a big fan.
No, quick, roll down the window.
Make these seats fold down in the back.
They do. If you need to like do the cargo thing, the back row, the third row.
Yeah,
everybody-
you
you,
know-
you got
yeah.
a really nice fan.
You know,
Yeah.
in case you're moving anyone that's carrying pole arms.
Too bad about that wizard on the side, though.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice.
You ever try to transfer it back to Corbin?
What's that?
It's a hafted
Yeah, it's
Weapon
good big
with a-
pole arm.
with a pokey bit. On the
Oh,
end.
yes, yes. Thank you.
It means a crow's beak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to say, oh, yeah, as if I knew what that was, because I do like weapons and I don't want to show my ignorance on the internet, but I didn't know what that was. So thank you very much for teaching me, even though I totally knew
It does
Okay.
what
both
that
blunt
was.
and piercing damage.
The only reason I know what it is because Diablo 2. So
So it's like a big, sickle.
It's like a
I
hammer
know.
with a cone on one side,
yeah.
like a pick on one side.
Neat.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Or it might have an axe blade.
No, it's a
forget.
bits pick.
It's a pick.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's for puncturing
Yeah.
plate mail.
I like all of you very much. So,
Unlike other vampire games, we're dorks.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike.
Unlike any other
Unlike.
vampire game out there.
I was gonna do my nails.
Oh, damn it. All right, well, we'll have to grab our stuff for next time. Anywho, you were researching
Mm-hmm.
and trying to find exactly occults, where.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely find a couple
Looking
of
for
books on Wicca in the library.
and odd occurrences, things that are, the Victoria has an occult history.
Mhm.
It's the most haunted city in Canada.
It is reported to be.
And trying to sort out what is sold to tourists and what might actually be indications of the presence of a ley line or an occult nexus, some place of power where we could drop a chantry and sip into that.
All right. Well, while you thirst for knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
a different type of thirst was satisfied. What does Jessica do with the remainder of her evening? Or this span of 3 days now that you've gone out and fed?
Oh, the party was kind of a bust. So many dorks. Ugh.
So many horny dorks.
It wasn't like the other party she went to that was the cool party.
Where people were walking on fire and chanting.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, she wasn't into the fire part, but they were having way more fun.
They were.
So
Didn't you get contact information from one or two of them?
Yeah, I think so.
I think at least
one.
Monica Giovanni gave you her information because she bought things off your Etsy store,
That's true.
and I believe Chains gave you some contact information as well. The self-proclaimed Baron.
Right.
And if there's nothing else that you want to do with these 3 nights, please don't force yourself. You can just be like, I just hang out and
Kind of hang out,
decompress.
wander around, thinking
right.
a lot of thoughts.
Okay. All right. What kind of thoughts, though? What's Jessica trying to work out?
Where to go? Where to go next?
Okay.
Where to be?
Okay.
The homesick, the apartment's not great sometimes.
Definitely not.
Kind of want to find a place to belong.
Interesting. So how does the conversation between Jordan and Oliver go as you drive about?
Well, I mean, Oliver is just making meaningless small talk. Like, he's just filling the air because he hates silence, you know? He's saying nothing of value. He's just like, hey, Jordan, so how are things? Pretty
Cool.
crazy, huh? I can't believe I'm a vampire.
It's like I was planning to have a conversation with him and like talk about vampire powers and things, and then he
Yeah.
sat in the back seat. Now it's just like real awkward to like turn and look at him or like to have a conversation in the rear view. So I'm just like, please just put a movie on. Watch your stories.
Flip down the fisheye lens or mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't feel like watching a movie. What are we doing? Where are we going?
Can you do me a favor and
I called Quinn. He was real mad.
yeah,
Oh,
could you,
man.
I've got this phone now too. It's the same as yours. Could you put your number in for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go to the contacts to see what your number is on your phone, and then go to the contacts on my phone and add new. It's probably
Okay.
the plus button.
So where do I find the contacts? How do I find my phone number on my phone?
It's in your contacts at the top
But why would my contact be in my own phone?
because it's tied to your SIM card.
My what card?
The
I'm not supposed to give that number out.
okay.
That's how they get you.
So yeah. Other than standing on fences, what else have you found out?
Oliver's like idly answering these questions while he's like trying to figure this out. He's like, no, I just noticed that like it's hard for me. I can balance on things. I mean, I feel good, you know? Like I feel good. I feel strong. Never felt like this before. I feel fast. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Last couple of days have been wild. I just kind of like it. You know, I feel capable.
Yeah. So I was just trying to find like a little bit of a less residential, more rural area. Just stop, pull over the shoulder.
I can
Get
talk to
out.
animals. I know
Talk
that.
to animals. Okay. Let's try some stuff.
So he hands you your phone back.
Thank you.
He put his name in as Big Ollie in your phone.
There's no number. Okay, thank you. We can do this later. Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, let's try some stuff out. If you get hungry, you can deal with that in your own way.
No, I ate already.
But doing activities could make you hungry again.
Oh. But okay, yep.
You, on one of your evening walks, are walking down the street because you're walking around the Camison quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you see, just kind of across the quad, like on the other side of the stone fences that are near some of the more wooded areas there, under a streetlight, you see a big black van A big wizard on the side. It says VLARP Society. And you definitely see Jordan in the front arguing with somebody in the back, but you can't see the back because of the tinted windows. You definitely see Jordan yelling over her shoulder.
Oh, I want to go say hi to Jordan. I want to ask her about this van.
You definitely sense, because you're good at stuff like that, somebody's approaching on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the gates, and you look around and you're like, okay, I'm I'm near the college. Okay. Oh, there's Jessica. Oh, there's Jessica. You see Jessica.
Jessica. Okay.
Jess!
Yeah.
Do you just like throw open the side? I'm so sorry. Do you throw open the door, or like?
No, I just yells it through the window, like he's
just through the window.
Well, it's tinted, so she can't see
Lean
him.
your
But
head forward.
he's waving
It's
through the
it's
tinted window.
and it's got like a
Yeah, he's
wizard
still
face.
waving.
Yeah.
Jordan just gets out.
Yep.
Just kind of walk over to Jessica. Hey, I've got Oliver with me. We're just trying to see if we can figure him out a little bit.
Ah, that sounds fun. New van?
Yes, new van.
Your pick on the deco?
No,
No?
and hopefully we
Do you
can
know what a
get that
VLARP is?
You going to another party?
another party. I didn't. My schedule's fairly open at the moment.
Yeah, but do you know about you?
I mean, Silas was the hookup for that.
What
Uh,
do you mean find out what Oliver can
do
do?
you know how to use this phone?
As a flip phone?
It's a
Oh
flip
yeah,
phone.
I mean those are old tech, but yeah.
Can
easy.
you, Oliver? Give me your phone.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Can you put the
I'll never
contacts in for each of these, please?
Make
so
sure you
that-
don't change my name.
He's Big Ollie on mine. Can you please put the number
Yeah.
just for
Yeah.
emergency so that he doesn't phone the sheriff again?
Speaking of contacts, you make some. You find in your. It takes you a few hours.
Okay.
You notice sort of idly that person is sort of woken up and very woozily leaves, shaking their head, confused.
I mean, I think I would go and check on them after an hour, a couple hours, see if they're like alive.
They are alive, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Continuing to be so. Make sure nobody bothers them
Yes.
or discovers them, really.
Nobody does.
Okay.
You are, aside from that person, it seems like you're the only one in this place. It is going to close soon,
Okay.
but you are able to find a couple of things because you read quick and you are good at research. You find that there are a couple of different legends. A lot of things having to do with ghosts, spirits, especially the tragedies of folks that moved here, went off to try to strike it rich in the gold rush up in the Klondike, and a lot of the miners haunting the folks they left behind, or some of their favorite bars, things like that. There are a lot of stories and legends about places of power that come from a lot of the First Nations that are here. There are ones that, and a couple of stories and anecdotes from folks that, just places that can't be developed. People can't get close to them. There are just kind of no-go areas where cell phones don't work.
Okay.
Dead zones. A lot of them come from Up Island, the coast, Tofino, areas like that. But nothing definitive here in town. You think it'll take more time and more research.
That's fine. This is a fine place to start.
Which library did you go to, by the way?
Probably the university library.
They are the ones that are open latest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then there's, the college library and public libraries.
Yes.
There might be a private library that I might be able to swing access to. But let's leave those for later. Let's say I started off at the university library just because it's open late.
Yes. Yes. And you exit when you were finished because they come to get you and say, we're closing, you need to leave. By the way, are you a student here? I don't think I've seen you around.
Visiting researcher.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Trying to get forms filled.
This is like a 40-year-old person that works the night shift here. It seems like they worked in the library forever.
Right.
It's just like, oh, you poor sap. Name's Carl. In case you need anything, just let me know.
Sai.
Yeah. Oh, nice to meet you, Sai. Sticks his hand out. Yeah, I know it can get confusing in here. Most of the people just use these stacks to, well, fuck. Yeah. You seem upstanding. It doesn't seem like you'd do that. No, definitely not.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
You have a good night. We got to close up. I got to go to bed, man.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good one. Nice to meet you, Sai. See you again. Oh, next time, bring your ID, okay?
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Yep. And he shuts up and closes it behind you. You exit, you kind of walk down the quad and you're like, oh, this is really nice. And then you hear there's nobody around. Like this place is really empty where you are. Even on the other side, there's more wooded areas and like parks on the other side. But you do definitely hear a very familiar voice scream, hi, Jess.
How? Okay.
Real bad luck.
Good
luck,
I'll navigate over to it.
Yeah. So
Just like,
Do I?
nope.
Can I sense vampires when they're near me? In general?
Not in general.
Just only
You
when they're
generally need
angry
to.
or when they're upset?
No, you
sense
know,
beasts, like
you
I
can
can
sense
just-
the beast.
So I can sense somebody coming forward, like closer, right?
It's a conscious thing that you have to do, yeah. But
like an activated.
yeah, it's typically an
Oliver would be
activated
doing
thing.
That then, okay, nah.
you are testing things right now.
Yeah,
so
but he's
let's-
not thinking about that right now. He's thinking about turning into a bat and being able to stand on a fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But he's not thinking about other
Okay.
vampires.
All right.
Jordan's distracted with Jessica. Just like,
okay,
you don't want to go to those parties because they're really likely to get raided at this point, and like, frankly, you're too good for them. Like, those are the rejects from the Camarilla.
But they seem like a lot of fun. Yeah, just rejects.
That's because they were trying to put on a good show so that you would join them.
I don't think
Hey,
they know
Silas?
what's coming.
What are you doing here?
What's Vilarp?
What it says on the side of the van.
Vancouver Island live action role play.
Another. Nah. This, we need to get that off your van.
But what does that mean?
It means this van has been fucked in.
Gross. Oh, okay. Do I need to go get my blacklight?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I feel like they did a decent job detailing the interior before I got it. Like, there wasn't even any dirt under the floor mats.
Okay.
I checked.
Okay. Is this what Quinn was able to swing for you on short notice?
I hope so. Turns out, yeah.
Did he sign you up for a LARP?
Not
Do you have to go to a LARP party?
that I know
I don't want to go to
of.
one of those.
So, what are y'all doing here?
I'm trying to figure out if I can turn into a bat.
Okay.
And you all hear a scream from the campus grounds. How does everybody react to that?
Yeah.
What was that?
Okay. So
It
everyone
seems like
just
fun.
stay near the van, and then Joe runs off towards the scream.
Yeah, Oliver immediately searches for vampires. You know,
Okay. All right. So
3 near me.
I mean, there's definitely that. One of them's running off to the quad. Does that require a roll or a rouse
I
check?
don't think so.
No. Great. No, sense the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do actually, when you use sense the beast, you do feel something faintly farther away that seems to be running. It's not Joe. It's
Joe.
yeah. Joe is moving in the
Well,
direction.
she told me
of
to
it.
stay here, so I gotta
follow
stay
Joe.
here.
Jessica doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sitting near this
Ollie,
van.
come on.
But she told us to stay here.
Stay there if you want. Goodbye.
Could use you, buddy. Come on.
Okay. I'm gonna. But you, when she yells at me, you have to stick up.
I'll
for me.
tank you. I'll
Okay.
tank for you.
Thank you. Whatever that means. Sure. I guess. Yeah, I sure do hope you tank for me.
Is anybody using?
I've got mid. Sure, whatever.
It's derived from water tank.
Silas Reed, known League of Legends player.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Running it down mid.
You want to cube that?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do that. So you, everybody runs off in the direction of the scream all together. Yes.
Well, staggered, I guess, because Joe's way ahead, and then Jessica followed after.
Right behind.
And then I sat and I argued with Silas for a little while, and then Silas started running, and then I finally decided to go.
All right.
last.
So is anybody using any fancy vampire powers in order to perform any of these tasks?
Can I turn into a bat yet?
It does not seem like you're able
Okay,
to.
then no.
Then no? Okay. Does anybody have Soaring Leap? Does anybody wish to increase their dexterity, perhaps, by rousing the blood?
I have fleetness.
You have fleetness. Ah. And that does exactly what, if you don't mind?
That would add my celerity rating to my dice pool for dexterity rolls.
Excellent. And
Following a rouse check.
for, I believe, non-combat dexterity rolls.
It doesn't say that, but we'll go with that.
I'm gonna double check that. Do you both have fleetness?
Yeah,
Both have fleetness,
they-
but our text is different.
We're gonna go with non-combat dexterity rolls, and I will double check that very firmly. Yes, I will check that firmly in the rule book later. But for now, we'll say non-combat, and if I am wrong, we'll fix it. Meh. Good. So, but this isn't combat. You're not attacking anybody.
No, I'm running.
Excellent. And does that require a rouse check?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So if you'd be so kind, if you want to do that, if you
Roll
want to roll
1d10.
1d10, yep.
2.
2.
Fail.
Your hunger goes up. The beast,
Hunger is at 3.
in exchange for this power, in exchange for calling upon the abilities of the blood, growls and demands to be fed. But maybe not yet. So you're attempting to catch up to this, or at least get in the direction.
Yeah.
Using
Get there,
celerity.
get there fast.
Everybody sees Jordan haul ass
Okay.
way faster than a woman in, I would imagine, heels this evening, or what are you wearing?
I've got like runners on because we were gonna go out in the woods.
Ah, well, you're kind of in the woods.
Yeah.
College.
It's probably
Forest of
easier
knowledge.
to run here than in the woods.
Yeah. This is kind of like a wooded kind of back area near the fences and everything. But you take off just booking it. All of you see Joe just haul ass far faster than it seems like she should be able to. Is anybody else doing a blood surge or no? Okay. What is everybody's dexterity and let's say what's everybody's dex and athletics?
2.
2?
I only have a dex of 3, so 3.
3? Okay. No athletics? Yeah.
No.
3 dex, 1 athletics. so
1
4.
athletics? Okay. So 2, 3, 4?
4.
Okay. You're able to kind of that's pretty much in the order is Joe first. Jessica is taking off at a pretty good clip. Are you rousing the blood? Are you using fleetness?
No, I don't think I need to.
That-
She'll catch whatever it is, and then I'll catch up.
All right. That's
So let her do the work.
fair and a lovely attitude. And then Silas, or I'm sorry, excuse me. You said 3, correct?
Yeah.
And then Oliver and Silas kind of catching up.
I still got it.
You I'm so sorry. Oh, damn. You see after a about 10, 15 meters, you see someone kind of crumpled off on the side, one of the side, like little nature paths in this area,
Right.
bleeding from the neck, and you see somebody taking off into the woods. They look like they're bleeding out.
I skid to a stop
Okay.
and check them.
Do you have medicine?
No. One.
One? You have 1 dot in medicine?
1 dot in medicine.
Okay. Wits medicine.
Wits medicine. Wits is 2. Medicine is 1. And hunger is 3. So these are all hunger dice.
Okay.
No success.
Any ones?
Nope.
Thank goodness.
2, 2, 4.
You are far too frazzled right now watching this fairly young man bleed out. He looks young, like freshman easily, like somebody just got to college.
There's just like 1 wound though.
It is, well, it looks like a tear almost.
Lick it.
Unfortunately, it tastes amazing. And your hunger's at what?
3.
3? You can resist not drinking, but your the gash is too wide in order for you to lick closed. Also, you didn't cause the wound.
No, yeah.
Oh, you have to cause the wound in order to.
Not all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just easier that way, generally.
Sure.
Yeah. It depends.
Are we there yet?
Jessica shows up. Yeah.
Well, that looks bad.
Can you fix this?
I try. Sure.
Do you have any dots in medicine?
I have 1 dot in medicine.
1 dot in medicine? Okay. What are you attempting to do?
Stop the bleeding?
Dex medicine.
Okay, so it's 4. 1 hunger die.
What's your
Dex medicine?
Just trying to do it quick.
Well, yeah.
My fleetness would have helped.
You were examining the wound.
Yeah.
You weren't trying to stop the wound. And if you would like to rouse the blood to include your fleetness and add your celerity to that dice pool, you may. If you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to review. What are your convictions? Humanity doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good person.
Best foot forward,
Mm-hmm.
and truth is important.
Okay. Do you feel like you're putting your best foot forward in this situation?
No.
Especially in front of people.
Yeah.
So would you like to reconsider?
Yeah, okay. So if I'm using fleetness, then I have to rouse?
Yep. You use a rouse, and then you add your celerity score to any dex-based checks. Oh.
4.
4, you get hungrier. As the beast demands its price.
And then it's
It's on your sheet.
dex and
So it's
It
dex.
was
So at this
dex
point, it would be dex, medicine, and celerity.
Your celerity's 2.
okay.
Excellent. So your total dice pool is
6.
Would you like to take half so you don't have to roll?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would.
Good. Excellent. And you, as players, can always call for, like, I'd like to take half. How do I do? Taking half is taking half of your dice pool, counting those as the successes, and putting that up against the difficulty, which I have not told you, or may have told you. But you are, by activating your celerity, supernaturally quick to rip a sleeve off of, which is already sort of torn, off of this person's brand new camisole jacket, shirt that says freshman on it, and stop the bleeding fairly handily. You should probably get the medical attention, but you can tell that they've been drained a lot. That feeling that you had, that beast, is getting farther and farther away.
Oh. So I run up to there?
Silas gets next.
Okay.
You
No,
arrive
it's-
next. Oh, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
you run up to there. Yep.
Oh my God, is he okay?
No.
Okay, where's the other one?
What
There's
other one?
There's one running that way.
I run that way.
Okay. Same scene. So you keep all of your we're gonna keep your fleetness. So I assume you're trying to catch up.
Yep.
I
Excellent.
followed Jordan because I don't know if she can sense.
Okay.
She doesn't have the same.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, since she had to ask that question, and I am an educated adult,
Indeed.
that you do not know which way to go. So I'm going to assume that that's my cue to help.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. You're going to be trailing behind because
I'm not as fast.
she is supernaturally fast.
Yeah.
So you take off in that direction. What is your Dex, Athletics, and Celerity dice pool total?
6.
Would you like to take half?
Yes.
Excellent. You are able to close the distance, and you see somebody running off in the direction, very long, sort of matted hair, dirty clothes. You can't really tell in the darkness anything else about them, but you do see that they're holding something shiny.
Holding something shiny. And they're like just gone.
No, they're running. You've closed the distance so you can actually see these things. If you keep the same pace, you feel like you're going to be able to catch up, but you couldn't do it all in one go. Yes.
Right.
And now Silas shows up to the body.
Is he still alive?
Yes. Jessica is very handily, very capably keeping them alive.
Is he conscious?
No.
Good.
We call an ambulance, right? Is that what we do in these situations?
You have my phone.
I'm going to use
No.
her phone and call
No,
an ambulance.
not on her phone. Not on her phone.
On whose phone?
On a campus phone. We don't use these phones to call 911.
In the corner of your eye, you see a blue light about 20 meters away.
Actually, does this person have a phone?
Oh, yes. As you search the body, they most certainly have a phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be locked?
You can
can
call
call
emergency
911.
numbers,
Oh, yeah.
You can call
emergency numbers.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Call 911. Leave the phone on them. We go.
Shouldn't we wait until they get here?
No.
It's not what my health class has taught me.
If you release pressure, you feel like they might bleed out.
I think, nah, I'm not leaving.
You cannot be here when EMTs or the police arrive.
Somebody has to hold this down.
Then you have to be ready to run and not be seen.
Sure. I'll figure it out.
She said she'd figure it out. What do you do?
I keep watch, I guess.
Excellent. Your Dex Athletics pool is a total of 3,
Yes.
correct? Okay. And you don't have athletics?
No.
Could you please roll your Dex for me?
Yeah.
Would you like to rouse the blood to increase your dexterity score?
I think I'm going to try. Yeah.
Okay. Then roll. This is called a blood surge.
Yeah.
So roll 1 dice.
Yeah. 2.
You get hungrier.
Okay.
So your hunger goes up by 1
Yeah. Hunger's at 2.
at 2.
Yeah.
And with your current blood potency, you add 2 dice to your dice pool. So you roll a total
5.
of 5.
Okay.
Whatever those dice, you have to switch
Oh,
your hunger dice out there.
yeah. Like that.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
2 successes.
1, 2. Yep. 2 successes. So a critical is 2 10s.
Yeah.
So for every, you get 2 10s, that's 4 successes. 3 10s is 6 successes.
3
And
times
so on.
5.
Or I'm sorry, 3 10s is 5?
It only counts pairs.
4 it carries the pairs. Yes, it's pairs. Thank you. You're absolutely correct. Good. Excellent. Marvelous. So you're able to kind of keep Jordan in sight. You can't see the other individual that they're chasing, but you can definitely sense them. And you can kind of They're scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like very, very scared.
Hmm.
Not in control. Scared.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you're staying. You're going to get ready to run. What do you do? Do you stay with Jessica?
Yeah.
Keep her from bleeding out?
I keep watch for emergency vehicles
Okay.
because if Jessica's focused on keeping pressure on the wound,
Okay.
then she can't pay attention to this masquerade violation.
All right. I'll get back to you in just a moment. Jordan, if you could roll just to make sure that you can close the distance.
Yeah.
This will be an opposed roll. Okay?
Can I use another ability while I'm using Fleetness?
Absolutely.
I want to use Silence of Death,
Okay.
so they can't hear me coming.
Perfect. Does that require a rouse check?
It doesn't say so.
Is it a level 1 power?
Yes.
Does not require a rouse check. Perfect. Then you activate that, and it's very odd. You can definitely hear Jordan, and then nothing.
Wow, that's weird. But I see her running still.
You do.
Wow, that's cool. I wonder if she can turn into a bat.
I already said no.
So please, please roll Dex plus Athletics plus Celerity. And this will be an opposed check with me.
All right, so that's 6. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Uh-huh.
You want to hold it?
Yeah, let's hold it.
Okay.
Let's hold it.
Okay.
Let's hold it.
Okay.
Because you can trigger it on me
Yeah,
Yeah.
in this, or this person that's running away, or you can trigger it on Jordan. You want to hold it?
I want to hold it.
You want to hold
I
it?
want to hold it.
I admire your restraint. I would
Thank
not
you.
have done the
I
same.
wouldn't have held it.
No,
No.
definitely not. Mhm.
I would have fired it off when one of you checked the
Body? Yeah.
Yeah,
would've-
yeah. I
Oh,
was thinking
Dex
about it.
medicine? Boom!
Yeah, you find the jugular.
You find
It's like a
it.
dandelion.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I did well. Not good. I
Yeah,
did well.
You are, they keep pace with you. They can't hear you.
Mhm.
You can tell that they are running in a straight line emphatically.
Mm-hmm. I definitely want to see where they're going.
Well, I think, what do y'all think? That should be a dumb luck roll, or
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
Alright.
a dumb luck roll.
do a dumb luck roll, which is one of my house rules. I had everybody roll at the beginning of series 2. I had everybody re-roll their dumb luck, and dumb luck rolls are to answer questions like that. The better you get on your dumb luck roll, the more beneficial the answer to the question you've asked is.
So my dumb luck is 3.
Yes. So you roll 3 dice. Hunger doesn't count here. How many successes?
0.
0.
4, 5, 5.
They are headed toward Dome Row.
All right.
You can see some parties in the distance. Nobody's seen you yet.
Right.
They're almost out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You get one more shot to catch up.
Okay.
But before that, please roll
Mm-hmm.
composure, alertness, awareness.
Awareness.
Hunger dice count.
2 successes.
2 successes. Excellent. You will hear the emergency vehicles close enough to give you one roll to get away and not be seen. To give
Okay.
you both one roll to get away and not be seen. If it was 1 success, that wouldn't have done it. Any successes above would have been additional rolls
I should have taken half.
to get away. Would you like to? It's a new rule. We're all
Yeah,
getting used
okay,
to it. You want to
let's
take half?
half.
So
Let's
what
take
would
half.
what would
3
have to be there?
successes.
3 successes? Then you will get 2 chances.
Okay.
2 rolls to get away, to not be seen or heard. What's Oliver doing? Just trying to keep
Trying to
pace?
keep up.
All right. Make a dex roll, please.
With hunger dice, right?
With hunger dice, yes. Yep.
Oh wait, so it's only 3, right?
It's going to be 3 because
That
blood
makes
surges don't last the
Yeah.
whole scene. It's just for the one roll.
Yeah.
It's just when you need that extra
1 success.
one success. All right. You are able to barely keep Jordan in sight. She is trucking. You don't know what she's doing. Pilates, DDP yoga,
Nice.
like, got a trainer. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Make one more roll, please.
All right.
Dex, athletics,
Celerity.
and celerity. Celerity is such a good discipline.
2 successes.
2 successes. Ooh, very, very good. But just 1 second.
You need 3 to catch up.
It's an opposed check.
Yeah, let's go with the messy crit.
This is the messy crit?
This is the messy crit.
Excellent.
This is the
All right.
My
messy crit.
hunger's
No,
at
you could've
3.
seen
Like,
this
the beast's really
coming.
active, so, like...
The messy crit for who?
Whomst?
For whomst?
Oh, for Jordan. It's
Yeah,
gotta be for
for
Jordan.
Jordan.
It's the tradition.
Yeah. So it's just going to be a messy crit, which means you succeed. But now what we're going to do is we're going to institute the... my friend Meredith Gerber did this for my home game. Showed me this rule. This is her house rule that I am adopting and giving credit, all credit and glory to the Gerbers. Is now we all suggest what happens due to this messy critical, and then we as a group vote on which result we want. So how do you think this can go? Up to and including the clan compulsion activates, and also keep in mind your suggestions don't have to be just based on this roll. It could be something that the beast does to take over for this messy critical. It could just be some success that is messy. Your scene, your suggestion. Who would like to go first?
What's your clan compulsion?
I have to go against the status quo in the scene.
Or else they take dice penalties.
What does that even mean?
Less dice to roll.
No.
No, it means Brewhawk won't do what they're told.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You tackle them so hard.
They explode.
Want to keep
Well-
that, buddy?
Are you still on the grass? Like, just like
Yeah.
grass stains, just all.
It's lightly wooded.
Okay, a lot of splintering
Okay.
down their face. Not you.
Oh, down their
on the,
face.
on the body that you're tackling.
Okay.
Like, you're gonna do a lot of damage to
So,
them.
okay, just so we're clear, she has caught this person, right?
She will have
that is-
caught this
that
person.
is-
that is
yeah,
that is
that-
definitely
We are-
happening.
We are deciding what's going to happen when she lays hands on this person.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm suggesting she tackles them super hard into the ground that they skid like the rug burn of death
Yeah.
into their face.
Yeah. We're more deciding how they catch them. Do they wipe out? Does Jordan wipe out and then like ass over tea kettle, like cross body block accidentally? So when they get hands on them, how do they get hands on them? What happens?
This has to just be raw bestial mode.
I like
Right.
she grabs the person and like throws them backwards and hits Oliver. Like
All right.
he's running up to catch up to you. That's my suggestion. It's just like bang, just gets hit by a body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we got throw body into Oliver. We've got the person that's being pursued gets just pancaked.
You've been burning blood. This person's covered. You've been up to your you were trying to first aid somebody who's had their throat ripped open.
Are you suggesting a frenzy?
No. 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 But this is gonna, I don't know. Like, not a frenzy check, right? But there has
I
to be
didn't say
something
anything
in-
about a check.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
asking if you were suggesting
No.
a frenzy.
No, God, no.
Okay.
Just a very hungry time.
Yeah.
Love that show.
Hungry Time Station with Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tiny George Carlin.
So what are you suggesting? Or would you like us to come back?
I don't know what the mechanical interpretation of this would be.
Okay.
I would need help developing that.
Okay.
But there's a lot of blood in this is a gory thing that's going on.
It is. It is a gory thing that's going on. So the mechanical interpretation would be a frenzy check. Because it seems like you're suggesting Jordan doesn't have any choice but to feed? Or are you suggesting Jordan gets hungrier?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So hunger goes up by 1 because of all of the blood. And
Or has a rouse check. Would
okay.
a rouse check?
Okay.
Yeah.
A rouse check.
Yeah, you get what you want, but there's a rouse check to...
Okay. But there's a rouse check involved.
Okay.
Acceptable. Absolutely. Yep. Okay. So we've got 3 suggestions on the board. What's yours?
What's my suggestion?
Yeah.
I was gonna hook them onto a tree.
Now, when you say hook,
Like Dead by Daylight?
I mean, back of their hood on a branch or something like that, or their armpits around some branches.
okay. What's the messy part of that?
Oh, that they are high up in a tree.
Like you huck them up into a tree and they don't come down like a kite?
Like a kite. Yeah.
Yeah. The one I like most is the Oliver.
I mean,
one.
maybe their arms
Okay.
come out of their sockets hanging from that tree.
Yes.
Rip their arms off. Yeah. No,
You want to cube that?
I just want to toss them back at Oliver.
Good. Excellent. You can actually be like, you know what? I don't have a suggestion. I like that one.
Yeah.
You're just tossing your... Okay. So votes. We got 2 for Oliver gets bodied
Yeah.
by a body. Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Everybody
Bodied.
vote for that? Yeah. A lot of times
Y'all
with
don't
this...
have to agree, you know?
A lot of times with this particular mechanic, like somebody would be like, okay, I think this, and then somebody's gonna be like, I think this, and everybody just goes like, my idea sucks, go with that one, awesome. And that is exactly what I feel like should happen. Okay? Oliver gets bodied.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Now, fortunately, because you are undead, you will take some superficial damage
Okay.
because you're getting a body thrown at you. But any bit of superficial damage that you take as a vampire is automatically halved because you dead. But let's determine how much damage that is. So what do we think a body would do in terms of damage? How many dice do you feel like should be rolled? Body thrown. Do you have may I see your sheet for just a moment?
This one?
Yeah. Oh, you got a dot in firearms? Cool.
Yeah, I do.
Dex and firearms. Oh, plus celerity. Nope, non-combat. I said that earlier. Haha.
Dex and firearms.
Yep.
So that would be
Oh, I jacksed myself.
so many hunger dice. Failure on a hunger dice and a success.
Okay, then that's a success.
Okay, yes,
Yep.
sorry. I
Yeah.
saw the one first.
Yeah, oh, I know.
Yeah.
You always look at the hunger dice first. If it's a 1 or a 10, then you start checking to see if everything else is messed up. So if it's a 1 on a hunger dice and no successes on any other dice, that is a bestial failure. And that's, well, I'm sure that's not going to happen ever, especially with this group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 1?
Yep.
Excellent. You don't really get hurt, but it is startling because you see Jordan.
Spooks me.
Yeah, you see Jordan. How does this play out? How does this scene play out?
Just running, latch onto the back, and then pivot and throw backwards.
Okay. To kind of get them deeper into
Yeah.
the woods. Yes. You throw them backwards, and you see Oliver. How does that play out when you see a dingy body?
Well, he doesn't see it.
Ah,
He has no idea. It's dark.
True.
I don't know how well can vampires see in the dark?
some with disciplines.
I can't.
Okay.
I have no.
Yep.
So,
Something flies out.
I'm running, and then just.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it.
Bam.
Yeah.
And you just lie flat on your butt, and something is on you, like moving around and hissing.
Cat.
Now they're screaming. It's Oliver.
But Oliver, I guess Oliver just latches on.
Okay.
He doesn't know.
It's just a reaction.
Yeah,
Of like,
just
I don't know what
latch on.
to do.
Well, we'll make that roll in just a second.
Okay.
And you two here, please roll a, let's say, oh, now this is going to be straight up Dex stealth. Okay.
Good luck.
Now, keep in mind, if you got a
Can
big
I-
pool, you can take half.
I get 6.
You get 6.
I get 2.
Yeah.
You
Can I
feel
take
like you can get away pretty handily. You slunk away from a few parties and
Yeah, if I can
soirees
take
that the
half,
cops
I'd
have
like to
shown
take
up.
half.
Yeah. Yep, you can absolutely take half. You feel like you could probably.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Could I take half?
What's your dice pool?
2?
No. No.
You can
I
do it
told
now,
you I
believe
could
it.
take it.
One.
Success.
That will give you an additional dice on your Dex athletics roll that I'm going to ask you to make next. You don't have to make it. You got
Okay.
enough successes to get away sight unseen, and you feel like they're going to get here in time. Yep.
1 success.
1 success.
So, oh, sorry, 2 dice? Or 1 additional die on this?
One additional die on this, yeah.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. Yes, you are able to make it away just barely and then slow down and kind of like
At cat.
I'm supposed to be here. La 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 la. It's not the most convincing performance you've ever given, but you are able to kind of get away and around the corner. Now back to the woods, the kind of edge of the woods. You've gone quite a distance. You do hear sirens,
Yeah.
like back, but you don't think that anybody's going to bother you at this point. And you wanted to just kind of grab on out of instinct.
Well, I mean, I'm fighting with it, whatever it is, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
So that's
absolutely.
that's what Oliver would start doing.
Okay. Then we're going to make opposed strength athletics checks.
Okay. I got 3 dice.
Okay. Roll 3 dice.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah. Oh wait, is a 10 on a hunger dice anything?
Right. Only if it's a 10 on 100 dice and a 10 on something else. Okay. All right. So you got 2. I got 2. Ties go to the person that started the action. So you are able to hold on while this thing is doing its best to get away.
Human.
It's human shaped.
Is it Bigfoot?
It seems a little small to be Bigfoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I'd check.
It is kind of wearing like a
100% of the shots you don't take.
it's a coat that's you would say, oh, it's a Bigfoot color.
Bigfoot
Like
adjacent.
like a duster. Yeah. Yeah. But it does not smell good
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
And just hissing and
Can you stop?
Scrabbling.
Stop, please, God, please stop.
you turn around
Turn
and
it out.
you see a person,
Mhm.
probably a vampire,
Mhm.
just in the throes of a hunger frenzy,
Right.
trying to turn itself around and bite Oliver. Oliver's like, all right, please calm down.
Do they have a knife?
They do. They have an X-Acto knife.
Yeah. I get in there and grapple and
You
try
grab
to.
the knife. What's your strength brawl?
Strength brawl would be 5.
Oh, yeah, you can take half and get that easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you take that. That's 2 successes. That's really all you need. You grab it. They're still freaking out. They
Yeah.
don't have fangs.
Just hold them till they calm down.
You're going to need to make another roll.
All right. Another strength.
Strength athletics.
Okay.
Actually, brawl. We'll do strength
I don't
brawl.
know brawl.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. Ooh, you are lucky.
Yeah.
Yep, 2 and 2. You keep them there. It's gonna. You feel like it might be a little while until they calm down or are fed,
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me.
and there are definitely going to be cops going to check that body once the EMTs.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who showed up first, though, you went off into the college trying to. You're like, I'm blending in with people. I am
just
people.
left the library.
Yep, you just left the library. You can catch up to.
All right. Yeah.
these two, yeah.
Because I can hear Oliver.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go find out
Yeah.
what's up with that.
Yeah. Oh, you can't see her. She's
can't
actually very stealthy. She probably scares the crap out of you, though.
Yeah.
She shows
Hey,
us.
Joe.
Ah,
Please, someone do something.
you got my phone. Good. Give me my phone.
Yeah, all right. Here you go.
And I speed dial the sheriff.
Okay. May I present a different option?
Sure.
Feed it.
My own blood?
There's got to be an animal around or something.
That's what's available.
Like, we're in the woods.
Yeah, if only somebody could summon her.
I'm kind of busy right now.
Oliver says to nobody.
Yeah.
So is
What's
that what you
wrong
were
with it?
suggesting?
Actually, I'll just
I
say
was-
that. Why is it freaking out?
Well, those are a couple of suggestions. Summon an animal, feed it your own blood, or call the sheriff.
I feel like a vampire infestation or thin bloods is a problem that the sheriff would want to deal with. But
Did I also still have Oliver's phone?
yeah, I think you had both of them.
They're both kind of really the same.
Yep.
Did I hand you your phone?
I don't know.
You still have them both.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the scream happened before she was able to do
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So you still have both phones.
Okay.
So you're like, I'm going to call the phone. No. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
What does it need? What is this? It's not a vampire. It had a knife.
Might be a vampire. Might be hungry.
It can't eat us, can it?
It'll try.
But it can't, right?
It'll
does it
try.
get? Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it'll work.
Your blood will come out.
Okay. Will it stop freaking out?
No.
Okay. Well, then we need something else.
Typically, if you do feed something that's
Okay.
in a hunger frenzy, they'll
say
get
yes
out of the
then.
frenzy. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll try to take a look around for some animals because I can like send out my senses, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the power that you have there?
Feral Whisper. I can talk to animals and call a nearby animal to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to say there's a bunch of squirrels here.
Well, I mean, in a moment of panic, Oliver tries to call as many squirrels or animals in like, I don't know, like within like 30 feet. Like he just, I need everything. I need it all. I need every single animal.
All right. Could you just check the rule for that,
Yeah.
if you'd be so kind? And then we're gonna definitely do that. Just Disney princess this up.
Disney princess directly into an industrial shredder.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Vampire can communicate with animals and summon one or more.
Yep.
That's it. We'll scatter if attacked.
Yeah. Yeah. Summon one or more, depending on how many successes you get. What's the roll?
Doesn't say.
Oh, great.
One rouse check.
Make a rouse check.
Okay.
So we're definitely trying for or more.
One.
A 1
Yeah.
on a rouse check?
Yeah.
Well, you get hungrier.
Okay.
Yeah. Powers happen, by the way. Doesn't matter what you roll in the rouse check. It just depends on whether or not you get hungrier.
Okay.
You close your eyes for just a moment and you try to remember what it was like when the birds came to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you two hear a chittering. One squirrel pops out of the woods, gray, eyes red in the night. And then another, black, eyes red in the night. And then 3 more. And a sparrow. And a rabbit. And a deer.
It's all very majestic, but I grab the closest thing that gets within reach.
Oh, that's going to be the deer.
Oh.
The deer, like, popped itself in between the two of you.
Oh, I feel bad.
Yeah, I grab the Exacto and
Oh.
shove.
Yep. You grab the Exacto and give it a second smile and shove it at the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Space zone of the writhing
Yes.
steamy thing.
So you cut the deer's throat and then you just dump the body on top of me and the other vampire, so I'm getting covered in blood.
Yeah.
Ah!
Stop yelling.
I am hungry. I have
You are.
3, I guess. Yeah.
You are, and
Yeah.
this is a whole deer.
Okay, well, I mean, I started eating too. I
Yep.
guess. It's Bonanza. It's a buffet.
It's a Bambi, technically.
Yeah.
So it was bad.
Spotted. Little spots.
Yep. It immediately stops moving and moves towards the blood and starts to very messily, very hungrily, begin to eat. Your white shirt, you are covered in blood.
Blood?
Yep, you are covered in the blood of the deer. It's
no,
gaining.
you're a windbreaker.
Yeah, my windbreaker. I gotta have to. Blood doesn't come out either. I'm probably just gonna have to buy a new one. I'll have to go to Walmart, and I gotta buy another one.
It eventually, this man, does calm down and just begins to eat. When it relaxes, do you let go?
Yeah.
Okay. It jumps over and begins to bury its face in the neck of this creature and begins to drink.
Okay.
But you are covered in blood. But you can take your hunger down one.
Sick.
Yep.
Cool. I'm at a hunger of 2.
Yes. So now you're in the middle of the woods.
I'm covered.
About 50 to 60 yards away, police are starting to show up. You're covered in blood on a university campus with a new friend who's currently eating a deer. Silas, what are you doing?
I try to turn into a bat.
It does not work, but a bat does show up.
Think bat thoughts.
I'm a Batman.
And then two.
I walk off towards the sound of Oliver screaming,
Yep.
trying to stay ahead of the cops
You're able to
and
kind of
campus security or whoever else might show up when somebody screams.
well, there's been 2 screams in a fairly short amount of time in a body that, was just discovered a little while ago. So we're going to say you all get about 2 actions before things happen. What are those 2 actions? You show back up to the
Arrive.
group. Yeah, you
I'm like,
arrive.
we have to go.
Yep.
Now.
Are we taking this thing with us?
Yes.
Oliver is covered in blood. This
we have to
person
go
is
now.
covered in blood.
Okay.
Can Oliver carry him?
Oliver, carry the
Both
deer.
Blood.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, sure. Oliver picks up the deer. Sorry.
Okay. You have a deer?
Yeah, and I'll just
Yep.
keep a hand on the back of the person as they feed and continue feeding, I guess.
Yeah, they do continue feed. They actually they have stopped feeding after a short amount of time. They seem to have gotten their at least enough of kind of a handle on themselves.
Yeah.
They just start to mutter.
Is there a way around? Who knows this area?
Just a little.
Mm-mm.
Can you lead us out? Back to the van?
Can you go and get the van and pick us up?
I don't know how to drive.
Oh my God.
Can you drive?
No, I can't.
Okay.
You can't drive and you can't drive?
I don't need to drive.
What is the youth of today doing?
Walking, taking transit.
Is there a road nearby?
Well, yeah, the one that we just came from.
Dorm
Yes.
dorm road, like dorm row
and-
has a road. You are actually near a
Yeah.
road right now.
We can't go near people. We have to go off where people can't see us.
They put roads where people go.
Should be like a highway.
It's night. There's a parking lot somewhere nearby.
Roll dumb luck.
No successes.
There is one nearby.
No, wait, hold on.
Mm.
I rolled 3 dumb luck when my dumb luck is now 4.
Oh, that's correct.
Oh.
No successes.
You don't know where one is. There may be one nearby, but you don't know where one is.
Then let's walk away from the sound of the sirens.
Yes. Okay. We'll just try to stay in the trees as much as possible.
All right.
Okay.
What's everybody's dex stealth pool?
2.
3.
3?
Deal. 5.
5? Okay.
6.
6? Okay. Taking half isn't really going to work for anybody here. Please roll.
No successes.
Same scene. Does my fleetness count?
Yes.
I have
We're-
2 successes.
2 successes. All right.
I have 2 10s on the hunger dice.
That.
That's what?
Just what'd you get?
3 successes, just 3.
Just three?
Just
Just
three.
three regular normal
3.
successes?
Yep.
All right, there's the second messy critical of session 1.
I got 2 normal successes as well.
Oh, good.
Just
So
not-
that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, a messy critical. So you are all attempting to get away. Jessica gets away extra good. What's that look like? Also, keep in mind, if you can't think of anything, you just be like clan compulsion kicks in. We haven't used that mechanic yet.
Yeah. I can't think of anything good that could happen, so I'm just going to default to clan compulsion.
Okay.
That's my vote. I can't think of anything funny that could possibly
Yeah.
happen from just freaking away from the cops.
It could just be like she trips or like sneaks away really well, but it just adds a complication. Yeah, that's what a messy critical is. Something the thing that you want to have happen happens,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily happen in the way.
Maybe
that you
I
want it
dropped
to.
something. Maybe I
You
dropped one of
lose
your cell
the
phones.
Yeah.
Okay, lose one of the cell phones.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
cell phones
Okay.
goes missing.
Okay, one of the cell phones goes missing. All right.
Yeah, like clan compulsion, like she sees the moon and then she just kind of stares at it and forgets what she's doing.
Okay. All right. So clan compulsion.
Yeah.
Yep. The moon's very nice. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's
Compulsion.
very good.
Jessica, it's me, Kamiko.
Oh my god. Oh my
Hello.
god. I vote that one. I vote Kamiko shows up.
What happened to you earlier?
Yeah.
What happened to you earlier? I was...
I'm holding a deer.
No, this,
I mean,
this whatever happens definitely enables you to get away,
Yeah.
but possibly somebody else to get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like dropping a cell phone, but I just like a little trouble.
Okay. So we've got what, 2 for Kimiko?
Well,
And
I kind of like clan compulsion. We haven't really seen that recently.
we haven't.
it's true.
We haven't. We'll keep Kimiko in our pocket for now. We'll keep Kimiko in our pocket for now. Excellent. What was her actual name?
Claire.
Claire?
Claire.
She's probably
All
the
I was
Non,
calling-
her non-club name.
I called her Kimi.
Kimi. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Claire. Okay.
Mostly I didn't want to say the full thing. I felt
I-
bad about it.
Most people do, but yep, that's her club name. Club name. Good.
Yeah. I want
Excellent.
to say she's probably club treasurer.
She's definitely club treasurer. Yeah. Yeah, not probably.
Can she do the Haruhi dance?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Everyone can.
She can do a few other ones too, because they've cycled into popularity.
Right.
Oh, she's probably really big into Love Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point?
And I assume nobody wants to cube any of these details.
Nope.
While talking.
Yeah.
No cubing.
Honestly, right now, I'm going to have to look all these things up after.
It's a rhythm game. Love Live.
Oh.
About
Idol
idols,
collection game.
girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, clan compulsion kicks in.
Yeah.
All right. Clan compulsion. I'm going to remember all of these details, though. Could you read off your clan compulsion, please?
Obsession. So fixation is experiencing a beautiful object. I have a penalty of 2 dice to all rolls except compulsion.
Mm-hmm.
Resolution: scene ends or a beautiful object cannot be perceived anymore.
So what is there around here that Jessica would consider to be beautiful? And it could be anything. It could be how the blood drips off the deer or the moon.
I think I want to go with the moon.
Okay. The way that the moon is dabbling through the trees here is incredible. And the way that the messy critical works is that Jessica is able to get away without any of you noticing. So she's just going to be here until perhaps some clouds pass in front of the moon and keeps the...
Yeah, we like lose her and we don't know. Yeah.
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 She's gone. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, in
that
in
sucks.
2 ways.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yep. You haven't really experienced this before, but everything in you, everything in your blood calls to you to observe this, because these mortals cannot remember moments of ephemera like this. They don't always deserve them. But you can take ephemera and make it eternal by observing, absorbing, and remembering. And you do exactly that. You will never forget the sight of a full moon through these maple leaves at night, while the smell, the gamey, beautiful smell of blood dances on the breeze. You feel at peace. The rest of you are cheesing it. So who got no successes? Okay. None? Okay. That means somebody saw you, but you don't know who.
Okay.
How many successes?
3.
3? How many successes? Excellent. You are all able to get to the van and get into the van. There is nobody around the van. Jessica is missing.
Where's Jessica?
She was right here.
Having a wonderful time.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see her. She just disappeared.
May I suggest getting the various bodies into the van instead of conversing while holding them?
Yep. Just pop in the back. Get in.
Okay.
Yep.
Fall down in the seat.
I'm gonna.
Oh, they're
I
automatic.
guess, like,
Yeah.
when I'm sitting in the van, I'll send out.
nice van.
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
sense beast, I guess.
Right? Sense the beast? Too far away.
Too far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, she's not near us.
Go. You get out of here. I'll go look for her.
Yeah. You do see the ambulances like about a block down. They seem to have gone like into a parking lot that was right next to where you were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been.
Yep. So you get into the van and then do what?
I try not to get blood all over the van.
Not gonna happen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's
Jessica.
what's the other person doing? What are they? Can I take a look at them now?
Oh, you take a look at them now? You
Yeah.
actually take them in full?
Yeah.
They're sitting down next to the deer, just petting it. Their hair is matted against their face with dried blood. They're wearing ratty clothes. It's that kind of trench coat just kind of wrapped around them with like what looks like a torn
Hey.
muscle shirt.
Hey,
Huh?
are you with us? What's your name?
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb.
Jordan.
Her fleece was white as snow.
We have to go somewhere. We can meet up with Silas if you
Everywhere
find
that Mary went,
if
Yeah.
you find Jessica.
Mary went,
She has our emergency phones.
Just tell us where to meet you.
everywhere.
Do you
that
know-
Mary went,
Like,
the lamb? Was
Location
sure
X.
to go.
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
location X. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Stop
just like a
looking.
nearby park that has
Thank
its own
you.
parking lot, like a hiking trail start or something like that.
Yeah, we'll meet you there in half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay.
Mary had a little lamb,
So I drive away.
little lamb, little lamb.
He
Mary
just
had
keeps
Yep. Just
singing the
it's
song.
fine.
a
It's
little
fine.
lamb.
That's normal.
It's fine.
His fleece was white as snow. Mary's coming. And that's where we'll end for today.
What the fuck does that mean?
But that means we're done recording for today.
We'll have to
Oh.
find out next time.
That. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us for episode 1 of series 2 of Not a Drop to Drink, A Tale of Vancouver Island by Night, our Vampire 5th Edition Chronicle. Shows like this are for you and are made possible by you through your support of our Patreon, which is patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Thank you so much for being here. We're happy to have you along for the ride. Welcome back to the night, and we will see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Wave goodbye. Bye. We're doing the fangs? All right.